Hi, this is Dr. Karen Becker, and if you're a frequent visitor here at Mercola Healthy Pets, you will know that I'm a big fan of giving dogs baths regularly if they need them. I believe you should bathe your dog as often as necessary to relieve itchy or inflamed skin, wash away dirt, allergens, pollutants, and pests, and to manage bacterial and yeast overgrowth. Bathing also gets rid of dead skin and hair buildup, and also helps to keep your dog or cat very comfortable and also non-stinky. Some dogs rarely need baths. In fact, some dogs can go years in between baths. However, other dogs and the majority of my patients need baths very regularly. In fact, some dogs need baths several times a week to manage skin conditions without having to use constant drugs. It would always be my preference to manage a condition externally. Of course, bathing is basically cheap and free in most situations other than the cost of your shampoo, but it's incredibly effective at managing dermatologic conditions. So when most veterinarians will pick oral antibiotics, in fact, I have some colleagues that will say just leave dogs on antibiotics if they've got recurrent skin or staph infections. I completely disagree. In most of these scenarios with chronic skin conditions, you can absolutely manage your pet's dermatologic condition externally without having to use any oral medications, and that's my preference. It's a pain, but it's a really nice all-natural choice to constant drug use. However, it's important that you're picking your shampoo really wisely. So it depends on the type of coat that your pet has, where you live, what your dog's chemical exposure is, what kind of lifestyle you and your dog live, as well as the food you provide to your dog. Also, your pet's immune system plays into how often they need to be bathed and how well your pet actually manages his own level of bacteria and yeast, or how often he's having recurrent outbreaks of itchy, irritated skin. Whenever I talk about bathing a pet, I always recommend using a gentle, all-natural shampoo specifically created for pets. I don't recommend using human shampoos because human shampoos are pH balanced for people and not for pets. So not only are using natural shampoos better for your pet's skin and coat, they're actually obviously much safer because whatever is being absorbed is non-toxic. And you have to think about that. Whatever is listed on your pet's shampoo will invariably end up inside of your pet's body. That's just what happens. They're going to lick and groom themselves. And so whatever shampoo you purchase will inevitably end up in the bloodstream of your dog or cat. Unfortunately, many popular shampoos for both pets and people contain toxic ingredients including pyrethrins, which is a type of insecticide, D-trans-alethrin, which is a suspected endocrine disruptor, resmethrin, which is a classified likely carcinogen. So, and that just is the tip of the iceberg. My rule of thumb is if you read the back of any shampoo bottle and you can't pronounce any of the ingredients or know what they're in there for, you should not be putting them on your scalp, and you most certainly should not bathe your dog or cat in them. And you should know that these chemicals, all of them, are highly toxic to both dogs and cats and certainly have to be avoided specifically for cats. In fact, some of these chemicals that I just listed will kill cats dead, so I don't recommend you even have them in the house if you own a cat. I also don't recommend oatmeal shampoos, and for a lot of people that's shocking. Oatmeal shampoos have become incredibly popular through the 70s and 80s for use on dogs with skin conditions, but actually it's one of the worst things I could ever suggest that you use. Oatmeal was, of course, originally created to help soothe irritated skin. But what you have to remember is that 80% of allergic dogs are suffering from skin infections, whether it's bacteria or yeast on their skin, they're having infection. And we know that oatmeal breaks down into a carbohydrate, sugar, and sugar feeds both yeast and staph as well as other bacteria growing on the skin. So I'm not a big fan of bathing dogs in any type of oatmeal-based shampoo, especially if they're having any type of skin condition. The only instance where I do advocate using oatmeal would be on the rare instances where dogs actually have a sensitivity to either poison oak or poison ivy. So in those situations where you have an instantaneous allergic hyperemic reaction or red itchy skin, hives, maybe oatmeal would be appropriate, but those are one-time, very rare conditions all in all. My recommendation is to use only shampoos that are USDA certified organic. That means you're going to be safe when it comes to no chemical load. I also recommend that you look for shampoos that are sulfite and sulfate free and don't contain any harsh chemicals, obviously. I also recommend that you look for formulas that are specifically blended together to help soothe and support your dog's healthy skin and coat. Look for products that contain soothing organic herbal extracts and rich moisturizers as well, including ingredients such as organic neem seed oil and neem leaf extract. Neem is really excellent as a natural anti-parasitic agent. Organic coconut oil is a super base for a shampoo. In fact, that's what I tell all my clients to do, is just make sure that it says coconut oil as one of the first ingredients, the smartest thing you can do. Coconut oil is naturally antifungal and antibacterial, so you get great benefits right off the bat using that as a primary ingredient. You can look for shampoos that contain organic sunflower and sesame oils. These oils are omega-6 fatty acids, which are very moisturizing to the skin and coat, but also provide a nice shine to your dog or cat's fur and skin. Organic jojoba oil or jojoba seed oil is incredibly moisturizing. And so if you're bathing your pet regularly, so a lot of my dogs can stay off of all allergy medications all summer if they get a bath every other day. That's a lot of bathing, and as long as you're using a great shampoo, just like for our hair, you can wash your hair every day or even once a week and not over dry your hair if you're picking the right shampoo. Same holds true for your dogs or cats. I also look for products that contain some natural herbs, so organic horsetail leaf extract, organic aloe vera juice, or organic shea butter are all really nice additions when it comes to soothing and moisturizing your dogs or cats' coats as well. All of these ingredients, or any combination of these ingredients, have been proven to be very, very safe, but also really effective at not only cleansing your pet's skin, but also help to restore the pH balance, as well as help keep potentially pathogenic bacteria and yeast at bay. The shampoos and conditioners I use with my own pets and patients are also eco-friendly, biodegradable, safe for outdoor use, which means you're not going to kill your grass if you decide to bathe your dog outside in the summer. I also recommend that you try and find a shampoo that's made in the United States at a GMP facility, so you know that the quality of ingredients is consistent and safe. So now that you know what to exactly look for when it comes to what shampoo you should be using for your pet, what I would recommend is that you just start reading labels. If you read labels, you'll be armed with the information you need to know what's best for determining the shampoo that you're thinking about purchasing, not only so that it's effective, but that it's also very safe.